When Christina Aguilera burst onto the music scene in the late 90s, her teeny bopper image fit right in with all the other young pop artists trying to make their mark. A few years later, though, her image would do a complete 180, and how people felt about it would become a topic of great debate. Even though the public had already gotten a taste of Christina's vocal talent with the work she did in her childhood, many wouldn't really get to know her until her late teens, when she made her official mark in the entertainment industry after being given the opportunity to record the song Reflection from the 1998 animated musical adventure film Mulan. She received a lot of attention after that, leading RCA Records A&R executive Ron Fair to offer her a record deal with the label. Christina's self-titled debut album would drop in August 1999 and debut at number 1 on the albums chart. It sold over 10 million copies in its first year of release and immediately made her an international recording star. Her success continued to rise with the release of her first Spanish-language album, Mi Reflejo, in the fall of 2000. It topped both the Billboard Top Latin Albums and Latin Pop Albums for numerous weeks, was later certified 6 times Latin Platinum, and won Best Female Pop Vocal Album at the Latin Grammy Awards. A Christmas album would drop the very next month. As great as things seemed to be going for Christina's career, from an outsider's perspective, behind the music, she was extremely unhappy. It was an amazing time, and I'm so thankful for getting my foot in the door, but I didn't have good management. A lot of unwise choices were made. I was overworked, and there was no one to speak up for me. She filed suit against her former manager, Stephen Kurtz, claiming fraud and breach of fiduciary duty. In the suit, Christina claimed that he used, quote, improper, undue, and inappropriate influence over her professional activities, end quote. After firing him, she hired new management in an effort to control her own image. The next time Christina's fans would see her, she'd have a new look, a new name, and a new approach to her music. She adopted the alter ego Xtina, dyed her hair black, and sported several tattoos and body piercings. All of these changes would be on full display when her next body of work was released, 2002's Stripped. Christina herself contributed as executive producer and co-wrote most of the songs. It debuted at number 2 on the album chart and eventually went 5 times platinum. In the UK, it sold over 2 million copies and became the second highest selling album by an American female artist in the 2000s. The Christina Aguilera who took the music scene by storm 3 years prior, the one presented as the latest, shiny-eyed, blonde-haired, innocently flirty, nicely behaved teen pop songstress, was now gone forever. Then the music video for Dirrty, the album's lead single, dropped, and people lost their minds. In it, Christina sports a skimpy bra and leather chaps while grinding to the beat in a sweaty boxing ring. It incensed people so much that petitions were formed to have it removed from television. And it was, in Thailand. She told the Irish Times in 2019, "It was that pop star time of NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, and me. When we came out, there was an essence of innocence that you had to sort of portray blindly. And I wasn't about to play that game. I wasn't that girl. I really wanted to be honest and truthful. So I came out with Dirrty, and that was my f*** it moment. That was me stepping up and saying I was a woman that's proud of my sexuality. I was proud of my vulnerability. I was proud of the fact that I fought my way through this industry." In spite of the backlash, the song topped the charts in Ireland and the UK. The US, however, was a different story. After already achieving 4 number 1 hits, Dirrty didn't even make it into the top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100, peaking at 48. She did bounce back with the project's second single, Beautiful, which climbed all the way to number 2. It received widespread acclaim for its empowering lyrics about embracing inner beauty, became an LGBTQ+ anthem, and won Christina a Grammy for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance. The album's other 3 singles, Fighter, Can't Hold Us Down, and The Voice Within, also became top 40 hits. She explained to Rolling Stone in 2002 that she titled her album Stripped because, quote, "It's me stripped of all the hype, the gloss, the controversy, the rumors," end quote. When growing up, Christina's grandmother told her mother that they would get kicked out of the house if her granddaughter got her ears pierced. Everyone else at school had their ears pierced and it didn't seem fair. Eventually, Christina pierced anyway, but it might be true that her grandmother's early refusals planted the idea somewhere in Christina's head that piercing could be your own personal rebellion and private celebration. When she was on tour after her first album, she fell into a routine. If I was having a bad day or if something was really getting me down, boy troubles, whatever, I wanted to get a new piercing. It was definitely a release for me, something that made me feel a little more strong or empowered, because it was something that had to do with me and no one else. The first of these piercings was on her right nipple. She also pierced her bottom lip, left nostril, and between her legs. That last one, she says, is adorned with diamonds, and Christina insists she's gotten a lot of compliments on it. From her gynecologist and her waxer, of course. Whenever she wears her hair up, you can also see the name Xtina tattooed across the back of her neck. Christina's new image, likewise, just happened to fit right in for her performance at the 2003 MTV Video Music Awards. The moment involving her and fellow pop princess Britney Spears kissing Madonna ended up being one of the most iconic VMA performances of all time. In an interview with Allure earlier this year, she highlighted why, at age 21, she decided to take her power back with her body and draw the line. In this business, you're going to have a lot of opinions coming at you about your body, about your sexuality, what's too much, what's too little. A lot of it comes from male opinions and older businessmen's opinions, which should have nothing to do with your body and your self-image. She maintains that her first album was very label-dominated, and even though it got her foot in the door of the industry, it wasn't creatively giving messages that truly embodied who she was. So my sophomore album was called Stripped. People always thought that had a sexual kind of connotation, but if anything, it was me speaking my truth of what it felt like to be me, embracing my body and being a woman outside of other people's ideals. From songs like Beautiful to Dirrty to Fighter, these were all different emotions of being a woman, and those are all things that I've embraced. Interestingly enough, Christina recently revealed on the podcast Call Her Daddy that despite the confidence and persona she embodied by way of her music, specifically during her stripped years, people may be surprised to learn that she didn't actually lose her virginity until later on in life. In late 2022, Christina created several visuals in celebration of Strip turning 20 years old. She revealed a flashback makeover straight from the iconic era on TikTok, tweeted a montage of live performances from that time, and also released a new music video for the album's second single, Beautiful.